Hello everyone, I am Sai Chaitanya. Welcome back to my channel Sai Tech Korean. Today's video I'll try to talk about the Poco X3 Pro pros and cons and what are the things to know as well. So recently friends, the Poco X3 Pro has got launched and lot of users they are really interested to buy this phone just because of one factor is that price of this phone is really less when compared with other smartphones. So that is the reason why a lot of users got interested to buy this phone, but there are a couple of disadvantages which you need to know before buying the device. So if the disadvantages are perfectly not suitable for you, then definitely you can buy. If the disadvantages are stopping you buying, then let me know in the comments below friends what are the disadvantages is stopping you from buying this smartphone. So these are the basics pros and cons which I'm going to say in this complete video. And right now I don't have the Poco X3 Pro device at the moment, but definitely in the future same like the Poco X3 which I reviewed in my channel more than 300 videos, so same way I'll try to upload Poco X3 Pro as well. So many videos I'll make possible, as you can see friends. So stay tuned for that video as well for the Poco X3 Pro in the future. So first let's start with the pros of the Poco X3 Pro device. What are the things you need to know in terms of the advantages? So let's begin with the advantages and then let's shift to the disadvantages as well. So first thing friends, in terms of the advantage, I did see one major thing is that the Poco X3 Pro as the Snapdragon 860 chipset, as you can see friends. So that is the biggest advantage for this X3 Pro device. So that in my opinion friends, definitely 860 and for that kind of budget range, it got launched in the Europe global variant and the price is about close to 21,500. If they decide to launch in India for 22,000 or 23,000, definitely for this price the Snapdragon 860 is a good thing, and which is kind of redefined version of the Snapdragon 855 plus chipset. So processor is the best first advantage of this phone to buy. So in my opinion friends, definitely. And right now I'm using this Poco X3 device, and both phones in terms of the design and build quality there's nothing much difference at all. So these are another biggest disadvantage. I'll try to talk all those things in the later on, but this is a first major advantage is a processor. So next major, not only processor, so there is even a lot of things to deal with the speed. So the reason why I'm saying is because you are getting 3.1 UFS read and write storage speeds. That's a very good improvement from the 2.1 and 2.2 other phones which you are getting right now. So 3.1 will be the best advantage friends for this phone. So in case you don't know how much is the difference from 2.1 and 3.1, so make sure to check those videos which I have already uploaded in my channel. So there's a huge difference. So that's a big plus for this Poco X3 Pro. So next biggest plus point for this Poco X3 Pro in my opinion is the price. So price will be the second biggest advantage for this phone. The reason because so you're getting the phone for about, as you can see friends, 249 euros. In the first sale you are getting 200 euros. So if you convert the 200 into the Indian rupees, that will be I think close to 17,000 Indian rupees, as you can see friends. So you're getting the price for 17,000. This is a really incredible device friends. If the phone get launched below 20,000 or at least 20,000 at least in the first sale, that would be the clearly biggest hit for the Poco smartphone, I would say, definitely friends. So mainly the processor and the price. So these are the main advantages for this phone. So apart from this, there are a couple of advantages. Next thing is regarding the Gorilla Glass 6 protection. As you can see friends, the Poco X3, which is a previous model which has only Gorilla Glass 5 protection, so now you are getting the Gorilla Glass 6 protection. So apart from that, there is no other advantages for the Poco X3 Pro device friends, definitely. Apart from this one, everything is kind of same or some features got decreased, some of them are disadvantages. I'll try to talk about all the disadvantages because the list of disadvantages is more when you compare with the advantage. So now it's the time as a personal choice, which one do you prefer? So in my case, definitely the price matters more and the processor matters more. So in someone else's case, maybe the camera or the display matters more. So let's see what are the major disadvantages which I'm thinking of the phone right now. The first major thing is the camera. So camera will be the first major disadvantage because it has got only 48 megapixel lens. So don't take me wrong, even a lot of other smartphones has got the 48 megapixel lens like the Poco F3 device and the Redmi K40. They do have the 48 megapixel lens, but still nowadays we are seeing the mobile phones which are having 108 megapixel lens. So that is another biggest drawback. But one thing, So if the price is very less, we cannot expect more. But nowadays we are seeing even for the 20,000 and even maybe the Realme 8 Pro with the 108 megapixel lens, maybe below 20,000 as well. So that is the camera would be the biggest drawback for this phone. That is what in my opinion, friends. And next biggest disadvantages is same screen. So all the same screen features is present from the Poco X3 to the Poco X3 Pro. So X3 and the X3 Pro doesn't have any kind of improvement. That is the biggest disadvantage, friends. I did expect, as you can see, 120 Hz refresh rate, 240 Hz, everything is same. If you compare with the previous Poco X3 device, I did not expect like this. At least I thought they could have implemented the Super AMOLED panel, because we did see the Redmi Note 10 Pro. It did come with the Super AMOLED panel for the 120 Hz refresh rate, but that is not expected here. So it is the same panel, IPS LCD panel, unfortunately. So same refresh rate and same touch sampling rate. So everything is same. So nothing much change in terms of the display. That can be the another biggest disadvantage. So another disadvantage is a low battery capacity and the very less fast charging. So fast charging is kind of 33 watts, so which should be okay, but low battery capacity, so which is the same kind of battery capacity if you compare with the previously Poco X3's global version. So there is nothing much improvement, friends. Only 5160 mAh of battery. I'm saying only because even though the Indian variant has 6000 mAh of battery, the battery backup is not good. After the software updates, the battery backup got completely screwed. I did see so many comments about the battery backup, so that's why I was a bit worried about the battery capacity. So maybe the Indian variant, the Poco X3 Pro, might have 6000 mAh of battery, but even I am not sure, friends, because we did see so many complaints on the Poco X3 Indian version because of more battery capacity. The weight also increased, so maybe they might stick to the same kind of battery capacity, I'm thinking this time. But this is another problem which we are seeing in the Poco phones, the battery draining issue after the frequent updates. So that's why I did say the low battery and the very less fast charging, because nowadays we are seeing very good fast charging up to 65 watt. Even I'm not that into the fast charging, but I'm a bit worried about the battery capacity only. So these are the few disadvantages, and there is more list going on. So no 5G. So you might be thinking, in India there is no 5G right now, it's not developing at all, it will take 1 or 2 years. So definitely, friends, so the people who are buying the Poco X3 device, they will be using the phone, the Poco X3, for the next maybe 1 year or 2 years, or some people even 3 to 4 years. So as a future-proof option, so when you're spending more than 20,000 or 25,000, close to that money, I would definitely prefer to use the phone for the long term, not for the short term. So in that case, the 4G and the 5G matters a lot. So maybe after 1 year, the 5G might get developed. So definitely, friends, this is another disadvantage in this Poco X3 Pro. So this cannot be applicable even if you're in the rural area or maybe small towns. So definitely for them, the 5G will take long time. But if you're in the metropolitan city, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, then definitely you will be receiving the first 5G network. So you should be aware of that one as well. And final disadvantage is the same design. So this cannot be a problem for a lot of users, but I did see a problem here. So which is a kind of same design, friends. It's completely kind of same with the previous Poco X3 device. So this is not, I didn't expect this kind of thing from this Poco X3 Pro. I thought they might change the design, but it's completely same. As you can see, friends, Poco X3 Pro and the Poco X3 looks kind of same in both the phones. There's nothing much difference at all. So these are the another disadvantages. So overall, friends, these are the few positives and few negatives which I got on the Poco X3 Pro. In case if you're having any other positives, so do let me know in the comments below. I think I did forget one of the thing, which is called the liquid cooling system. I forgot to mention it. Yes, so liquid cooling is another biggest advantage. Only few smartphones they use this kind of technology which keeps the phone very cooler. So this is a liquid cooling system. I totally forgot about this advantage. So these are the major advantages and major disadvantages of this phone. The disadvantage segments, the reason I am saying camera and the screen is disadvantage, because we are seeing a lot of phones 108 megapixel lens below 20,000 rupees, and we are seeing the same AMOLED screens with 120 Hz below 20,000 rupees. That is the reason why I highlighted these 2 points. If we are not seeing any 108 megapixel below 20,000, and if you are not seeing any AMOLED 120 Hz, then definitely I would have not kept at disadvantages. But depending on the side competition, that's why I did write the disadvantages of this phone. these are the complete specifications, friends, of this phone, and I think I did cover each and every topic right now. So for more interesting videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. In case if I get hands-on with the phone in the future, definitely I'll do my in-depth review on the Poco X3 Pro, and you can decide whether to buy the phone or not. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, friends, for more videos. And thank you, friends, for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Until then, bye.